Welcome to this episode of What John is Thinking About. Today we are going to do a Boston butt or pork shoulder roast, and we're going to do this on a grill tomorrow, and we're cooking on my Pitboss 850. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub this with two different kinds of rubs, and then I'm going to let it basically marinate all night, basically. So first one I'm going to use is Grill Master Sweet and Smoke Rub. So I'm going to do this one first. So the wrong side. I want to sprinkle it on there. I'm going to rub it in there. Oops. Kind of a mess. Massage it in there. Massage it in there. It does have a bone in here, as you can feel it right here and right here. So we want to get the sides. This is a cutting board, it's plastic. I didn't know if I had to trim any fat off of it, but I didn't, so I don't want to ruin my counter. So it's a lily dog running around. That's what I didn't want to scratch my counter with a bone or anything. Backside of it. You want to kind of use it, not a lot, but kind of sparingly. We're going to use it. So. Make sure you get the front here. Pretty good there. Alright. See right here, I see a spot I missed. So. Alright, so I'm gonna pause the video for a minute. I'm gonna clean this mess up, change gloves, because I don't want this rub mixed with the other roast, so, or Boston butt. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. And this one we're going to do with Pitboss pulled pork barbecue rub. We're going to try it and see which one we like better. So this is why we're doing this, see which one we liked. Oops. Same thing. Try to do the same thing to that one too. So we're going to test one to see which one we like better between the two. So kind of want to massage it in there. Massage your meat. Where were we the other? Was it Walmart? I think it was Walmart I was at the other day, and I bought me a container to put seasonings in. Then I'm gonna get the, I don't know if you ever seen it, but it's like a picture of a cow, pork, chicken, fish on top. And it tells you what temperatures they are. But I'm gonna get me one of those and put on top of it so I can remember. And I'll put all my seasonings in there. So I think it's a pretty cool picture. I have a friend that's gonna print that off for me. Yeah, we're gonna keep all our seasonings in one container. This big old piece of fat right here, cut off real quick. Just hanging down. You don't want that. For some reason, don't want to come out of the container very well today. Sometimes you got to pull the meat apart just a little to get it in there. Yeah, we may have to use the other side. Get it in there. Try not to be as messy this time. My wife just shakes her eyes and rolls back. She knows I'm a mess. Give it a nice rub. One thing I like using on here so you can pick it up and not waste as much. Show them a picture of that real quick so they can see how the seasoning is looking. It's been sitting for a minute. Did we get that side ready?
Yeah, it looks good.
Alright. So. Then all I'm going to do is take some aluminum or saran wrap, and I'm just going to wrap these, and then I'm just going to put them in the fridge overnight, let them sit there, and I'm just going to put a P for Pitboss on one side, so I know which one's the Pitboss one, and this one, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to clean this up and let them sit overnight. Then we will be back to show you how long, and I will tell you how long they've been sitting in the fridge, and then we'll be back in the morning or when we start to cooking, and I will let you know how long it's been, and then we'll let you know when we fire up the grill and everything else. So we will be back and let you know, and we'll see you tomorrow. Well, this is what it looked like after being in the fridge all day. So instead of saran wrapping it, we decided to do it with aluminum foil. And you see I put the P for the pork or Pitboss one, and we'll take the aluminum foil and see what it looks like. A lot easier than the saran wrap. So you can see the color. It was 9 o'clock at night when we did it, and it is 7 o'clock in the morning, so they've been in there for that long. And we're going to transfer these to this grate. Then we're going to put these on there, the grate. Then we're going to put it in the smoker or the cooker and let it cook. Right now I had the Pitboss set at 250 full pallets, and it's cooking or getting ready to get up to temp right now and cooking. So I am going to rinse this pan out before we start the cooking process, because I want to have a clean pan in case there's any blood or anything that got down in there. So we're going to start out with the fresh pan and these sitting on here. So once we get that done, we'll be back when I have it sitting on the cooker. So I thought I'd let you know. And when earlier when I said generously, or sparingly, I meant generously. You want to put generously all over your pork, not sparingly, generously. So we will be right back. Alrighty, I went ahead and got them on there. I do sprinkle a little more seasoning on each one, and Pitboss is probe 2 and the other one is probe 1. The temperature is at 170 right now, and this is what they look like sitting on here. So we got this set up. I did use my gloves because it is heavy and I didn't want it hot. So the time is 7:30 Missouri time. So I did have everything out of my way and set right to the grill because these things were heavy and I didn't want anything in my way. So we could check on them in an hour, and we'll be right back and see how they're doing. And we'll see you then. So it's been on an hour on the grill. It's at 250, and the temperatures is 84 and 62. So lift it up. One might be closer to the bone. So we got this apple cider vinegar mix, and we diluted it with water to get it to spray better. We're just going to spritz it. Get the spritz. And working very well. Was it earlier? Barely enough to cover it, keep it juicy. We don't want to take the rub off, so keep it nice and moist. Nice around it. Pour some in the container. What happens is the spices from the apple cider, it gets stuck in the spray bottle, and that's what happens. So they're looking good. We'll check them back in an hour and see how they're doing. We'll be back. Alrighty, temperature says it's 240. One's at 129, the other one's at 93. I say it could be in the bone, near the bone, so we're gonna lift this up. I think I got the spray bottle working now. We're gonna spritz this. Out a little. We'll do that in a minute. Get away from the bone, see that's what the issue is. Check on it in an hour and see how it's doing, and we'll be back. Temperature is 240. We had it set at 250. It says it's 1 168 and 118. So we'll check it and see what it is. So it says the temperature is, and we'll lift it up and see how they're doing. They're looking good. We're going to spritz them some more. Check them in an hour and see how they're doing. I think they're looking really, really good, so pretty pleased with it. Got the probe over, so we'll see how they're doing before we wrap them, pull them off. I'm going to pull this probe off, put it in here and see what I get. Make sure they're accurate, so we'll do that later. Give it a little more spritz there. They're looking really, really good. So check them in an hour, see how they're doing. We'll be back. Oh, one more thing. I want to make sure you keep an eye on your hopper. Like I said, I got this little fork, and I just make sure I keep an eye, because during the cooking process, you don't want your hopper to get out, so you want to make sure you keep an eye on that. All right, we'll be back. All right, after some consideration, what I'm going to do is decide I'm going to flip these around and see if that makes a difference. So, get these two flipped up. Remember which one's which. Careful the juices, you may run out. Hot on your feet. We have gloves on this process. Okay. This is probe 2, which is Pitboss. Spritz them again because I got them out. Backside of them. Didn't get that much spritz to start with. So I'm going to try that for the last hour, see how that does. See if that makes a difference. The temperature. This one says 150, this one says 129, and we'll see if that makes a difference in the last hour. So,
Go.
Alright, it's been on here for 4 hours. The temperature is set at 250. The actual temperature is at 255. Probe 1, which is the other one, Seasonings, the Great Vat. I don't remember what it is right now. It's at 159. The Pitboss is at 143. So they're pretty close. So we're gonna spritz it, take it off, and we're gonna go wrap it. So I'll tell you when we get in there where it was. So we're gonna spritz it really good. fits this side. Probe this one out. This is probe 1. This is right here. Probe 2.
And
Here's what the juice is. Alright, taking him off, I'm going to wrap him. So wrap him this side up. You want to make a pocket on the bottom. Make sure you have enough room on this side, in the back. And we're going to spin him around. Main reason is you don't want the juices, so. The Pitboss. The other one's McCormick.
make it longer. There you go.
Bring it up like that. Please stop tapping for a second.
He can't show you.
Alrighty, we got them in there. Going towards the back. Probe 1 is McCormick.
Nope. That's the Pitboss.
Make sure you check your hopper. We might need to add some. And we'll be right back in an hour. When we put these on the when we wrapped them, I forgot to say we turned the temperature down from 250 to 225. And right now, the actual temperature is about 215. Probes say about 195 is what the temp probes say. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them off and let them rest now for about 30 minutes or so. So we're going to unhook the probes and we're going to turn the griddle off. This is where you got to be really careful because of all this juices here. So we're just gonna take these inside and set them off. So we will meet you inside. And be careful of the juices, and this is being really hot. So, alrighty. So this is the Pitboss one we did, and the bone literally just fell out of it. So, and you can see what it did. You can see where it made it. It's got the same coloring, same thing. This is what it looked like when we were done. We chopped it up really good, and what we did when we were done with it all is we got it all cut up really good, just pulled it really good, I mean, and then we just sprinkled a little more seasoning, not generously, but just a little. Then we mixed it all up really good, then we put it in the pan. And that's what same thing we're going to do with this here. See, then see, we did this. We got this bone here. I gotta move the bone. This is not gonna let me be. This is what it tastes like. They're both really, really good. I'm gonna have to say my favorite actually is the Pitboss. I like the flavor of it just a little more. But I do like the McCormick a lot. It does have the sweet and smoky to it. But I do like the Pitboss. I do like them both a lot, but I gotta go with the Pitboss just a little more. I know I'm not biased or anything, but I do like the Pitboss stuff, but I do like them both. So I would do them both, either one, so I would have to go with this one. It's my favorite one, but I think this one has more of a smoke ring to it. But that's what John is thinking about. We're gonna shred this one up just like this. We're gonna sprinkle just a little more. We're gonna put it in this pan. We're gonna have a little of each for dinner tonight. Then we're going to probably freeze it and have it for more leftovers and stuff. And I didn't add any barbecue sauce to it because in case people want to have some, and they have different barbecue sauce taste than I do. So I hope you enjoy this, and remember to go out and cook something. You can do it if I can do it. Enjoy and have a good evening. Well, this is what it turns out after you pull both of them and you put them in pans. So this is what it looks like. This is the McCormick one. This is the pulled pork one.
Pitboss.
Or Pitboss, sorry. Yeah, Pitboss.